So, we reached 3K subscribers while I wasn't looking. Very cool and exciting. That means it's time for the 3K art giveaway that I promised all of you last year. Stick around to the end for info on that, but before we get into the fun stuff, we've gotta have some real talk. Hi, I'm Mark, your bite-sized baddie, favorite little brother, and all around just a little guy. I've been making videos for a while. I started with a dumb character voice as a sort of social experiment, to see how far the content I make alone could take me. It got me a certain amount of the way. As a new content creator, it's hard to figure out just who and what you want to be when starting out, and I definitely went through the ringer during my first year as a YouTuber, my second year as a YouTuber, and first year as a Twitch streamer, and boy, things sure have continued to happen in the 4 years total that I've been doing audiovisual content creation. In that time, I've seen friends and colleagues boom in success, brand deals, sponsorships, and awesome content I am so proud of them for making. However, in that same time, I've seen even more people that I look up to and enjoyed watching the content of shrivel and quit. In both cases, I've seen immense amounts of burnout and a loss of momentum and love for the craft of making videos on YouTube, losing their spark and drive to continue in a way. Heck, I haven't made it big by any means, but even I feel it. So, why is that? To do my best not to mince words, it's because YouTube, as a platform and part of a corporation, hates us. Us, as in creatives of all kinds, gamers, streamers, documentarians, animators, and everything in between. And it makes us feel it in every new change to the algorithm and how its people are treated. The AI in charge of copyright and violence and ad suitability checks is buggy at best, sometimes marking something as fine only to BAM! Make it restricted days or even weeks later with zero explanation. If you want to appeal that restriction, you better not hold your breath for a human, because your pleading for human eyes to see your case will only get results if you have enough social capital on zitter.heck to shame at Team YouTube into doing anything. On top of that, the copyright system is so easy to take advantage of. Unless you want to hire a law firm to file an appeal for you, you've got to resign yourself to basically doxing your own info if someone makes a false copyright claim. And with anyone being able to claim just about anything, if someone hates you enough, you'll just get a hater claiming your crap to get your legal information. Sure, you might get theirs in the process, but if they're going to unlawfully file a claim or register your content as their own, do you really think they care about adding accurate information? We've seen that there aren't any real consequences YouTube in for filing that stuff incorrectly, so only people who have something to lose, like the copyright to their own material in court, are the ones incentivized to be accurate. Demonetizations come seemingly at random, and the current algorithm incentivizes you to make. How are you supposed to keep your chin above water when it feels like you're falling behind if you just take 2 weeks to upload? How do you keep yourself from getting shadow banned from your own subscribers' inboxes if the website deprioritizes your content if you haven't uploaded at least one video every week? Well, drama sells. Just like how back in the day how sex sold, except now that sex is being sold to actual children by content farms using concepts and innuendos that babies whose clicks they're targeting don't really understand. If you don't want to draw Ragatha and Jax as the new Elsa Spider-Man pregnancy skit, then you might start to think that if you want to get popular on the platform, you have to make content that tears other people down. Even if it's not true. Heck, lots of the art girlies I know in this community did specifically that. Started with drama content, got big on it, then shifted from art commentary to simply art. I don't think it's some big conspiracy or manipulation tactic, and it's not saying everyone who winds up in the art drama commentary to creative art pipeline did it on purpose or even with that intent in mind, whatsoever. In reality, it's so much simpler than that. Artists like hearing and discussing art, and a lot of the time in the comparably small world that is the YouTube art circle, that also means talking about whack crap you see within said circle. From there, it's just the idea of other people aren't talking about this subject how I would, and nobody is sharing this specific perspective I have, so I'll share my own idea, before finding out that, oh, actually, talking about drama all the time really freaking sucks unless you either get off on seeing others suffer, have someone else who does whatever minimal research you want for your tabloid video for you, or are a narcissist of some kind who wants to be praised for the bare minimum of not being that bad. Literally everyone else I know who does or did art commentary content is burnt out on it, either in public or in private, either continuing because they feel like they have to or else they'll lose their entire fan base and possibly income stream, or they just stop, entirely rebrand, and restart from go. So anyways, what does 2025 mean for this channel? Honestly, I'm just, tired. I've learned a lot this past year. Got a fancy content manager and everything who's helping me learn some interesting stuff. Like how people getting to the end of the video matters more than them watching the whole thing. Like, you can skip segments, but as long as you get close to the end, that's great for the current algorithm. If only I knew it would stay that way for more than a few months. But you take what you can get. On top of that, I've seen how, unfortunately, negativity sells. If you don't already have 10K plus subscribers, you need punchy and sometimes even mean video titles if you want to have your content seen in a pool of others. Otherwise, if you want to keep up, you have to strike gold and pray you go viral, or you have to make garbage. You have to make easy and quick brain rot content that actual babies will watch while not on the handy-dandy YouTube Kids app. But don't make it too sloppish or else your content will go to the baby zone where there's no hope of appeal. If you don't want to make brain rot, you have to jump on news reporting in the heaviest of quotes that relies on being one of the first people to talk about XYZ situation, even when there's no definitive resolution or the only info that's out is one side of a story, meaning your video will come out ill-informed and potentially spread misinformation, or even paint potential victims as the aggressor in any given situation. Sure, anyone can make that type of content. Maybe you could switch to reading the meanest Reddit stories with no good outcome so the audience watching can have nothing but a build-up of tension with zero release, making them want to watch another video in search of it. Maybe you could just look at the small internet drama feed constantly flowing from Zitter and start making VTuber and art drama videos that rehash the same exact issue 10 ways to Sunday. I mean, I listen to those videos in the shower and while I draw sometimes, so who am I to diminish their value? Though, I find myself more and more often clicking off of a video without even getting halfway through because the AI usage proof has started coming down to nobody as an artist does this. But sure, maybe this artist is just a super born with talent, amazing genius, but for the most part, when it's a matter of something even I do in my own work, not to mention the number of times you get people saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't even look up how to say this person's name," or "I'm not really in this community, but this is my opinion on it," and then say the most out-of-pocket, uninformed thing. And it's not even necessarily a slight against those videos or the people who make them. It just goes to show how mean and witch-hunty things like that have become. So far removed from the actual art creation process that artists are gonna start burning one another at the stake for being able to draw a hand well on the first try, or being able to follow a red note rendering tutorial to make amazing color on unpracticed and potentially wonky anatomy. It's brain fluff for the cortisol addicted. It's a distraction from the scary everyday. To quote my own video from last year, it's content that makes you feel like a better person for not acting like the weirdos that are the subjects of those videos. It's content to make people feel like they're doing some kind of activism by just watching it. To keep up on YouTube these days, it feels like you've basically got to abandon your morals and put out slop. And total honesty, I tried to make that slop. Or at least an approximation of it. I tried to make news commentary videos that covered as much information as I could while still being timely. And you know what? I had to come to terms with either putting out a video that, by the time all was said and done, editing-wise after 3 days, was outdated and now had misinformation in it, or I had to put out videos that, for the majority of their runtime, had an incorrect story, but came in at the end like a crappy Disney twist villain to say, JK, here's how things actually ended. And I don't really want to try doing that anymore, guys. I want to feel like I'm actually making something, and to actually enjoy what I make. So, this year I'm shifting my focus. Forget about trying to keep up with what everyone else is doing or with how I think I should be doing and just mess around. You might have already noticed with the past couple of videos, but we're not doing commentary on IRL situations anymore or even specific artists, and I do not plan on returning to it. So please stop DMing me about art community friend drama and actual legal situations. I knew that happened to some people, but I have no idea why you're coming to my clown ass about things like that when the police are right there. I mean, unless something happens that directly involves me, we're turning back to being about the art, and less on the people behind it. With that, I'm also turning away from streaming games and making the Twitch entirely for my other half, Sister Anemone, who, by the way, will be having her 2.0 debut on May 15th for her birthday, so make sure to mark that on your calendars and give her a follow on Twitch and YouTube. And more than anything, we're trying to have fun while keeping the uploads more regular and light. I worked out with my content manager an entire year's worth of video ideas that I want to do, that I'm actually excited to draw and do research for, things that fuel my own passions and will hopefully bring you guys joy too. But that doesn't mean I won't be streaming ever again. I'll do occasional horror game streams right here on YouTube for one of the series that I've been cooking up, and I'll be doing art and possibly Team Fortress 2 streams every Tuesday evening. So I hope you'll join me for the ride. And more than anything, I want to say thank you to everyone who's stuck by me through everything. From silly character voice Mark to hour-long Flatland discussion video Mark. I wouldn't have been able to make it this far without you guys giving me feedback and supporting me with your views. So, thank you. Just like how I want to say thank you to my Wondabulalacious Patreon supporters. Didn't think I forgot about that, did you? At our brother, sibling, sisters tier, we have Ash Valentine, Boxkit, Miss Mercuriel, and Viri. At our mommies, daddies, and guardians tier, we have Kai and Mary. And at our gods, goddesses, and deities tier, we have Agent Ness and Gods and Punks. Thank you so much for your support. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And for you lovely treasures who stuck around this far, art giveaway time! Do you want a pretty piece of art like this? What about like this? How about this one? Well, you can get your very own whatchamart with our sick giveaway! All you have to do is be subscribed here on YouTube, leave a comment saying either what your favorite video of mine is, or tell me something that inspires you, and maybe share this video around for extra exposure. You can earn additional entries by following me on my Blue Sky and interacting with the corresponding giveaway post that's gonna go up at the same time as this video. You can also make a piece of fan art and post it into the Discord if you really want for an extra entry. Safe for work only, of course, you absolute freaks. Please be normal about me. I'll choose the winner at random 2 weeks after this video goes live, so don't wait too long. And like I said, this is a giveaway and is 100% free. With all of that out of the way, I hope you guys are as excited about 2025 as I am. I know things in the world at large are a bit scary right now. So to reiterate something I said on the Hell app, let's make sure that this is the year of giving no hex, but taking no crap, minding our business, and most importantly, working to add a net positive to the world instead of focusing on removing a negative. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye! My ferret has woken up and she has decided on violence.
Hi, Hazel baby. What's up, baby girl? What's up, baby girl? Oh, who's your ferret?